my co-host, y'all gonna be working overtime just to let whoever our people are still coming in. So welcome y'all. Good evening. Welcome to our Anson County 4-H open house. We did this, I think, back in 2022. And so I thought this was a good idea to bring it back just because we have had so many new people coming through and participating in programs. So I wanted to just take some time to, remind us what we did this summer and to give us an idea of what to expect as we come up into the fall. And so I hope the school year has been off to a good start. I know everybody's in band, playing sports and working on all that good stuff. But at the same time, I want to keep y'all just aware of some of the stuff that's going on with 4-H. And so this is a quick look at tonight's agenda. As you can see, the goal is to be done by 8:30. So it's going to be, some of the sections will be rapid fire. But I think it'll be good because we'll get to hear from just different groups within the 4-H world. 4-H can be different from county to county. Even within the county, there can be different aspects of it. So glad to have everybody on tonight. And so we're going to kick things off with our Pledge of Allegiance. We kick off every 4-H event with this. And so if you would take a moment and put your hand over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, I hear trading. Thank you. Now for our 4-H pledge. Now, if you are not as familiar with 4-H, this is our 4-H pledge. I pledge my head to clear thinking. My heart to loyalty. My hands,
greater service.
My hands to larger service, and my health for better living. For my club, my community, my country, and my world. All righty. Next up, we're going to hit our 4-H motto and our slogan. So our motto is to make the best better. And our slogan is to learn by doing. So if you're not familiar with 4-H at all, that's our motto, that's our slogan. And very quickly, just for the sake of my co-hosts who are going to be helping to spotlight our speakers and things tonight, if you would take just a moment and go and rename your username and put your full name so they can recognize your name as I call it. That way they can spotlight you pretty easily. It may be hard to figure out who is Samsung 3000. So if you could just put your name in there, that'll help out the team a lot.
I forgot how to do that actually.
Yeah. So if you go to participants and then there's you'll see a part where it says more. It'll give you the option to rename, and then you can put it to wherever you like. All right. So as I mentioned, all right, so tonight is all about, highlighting what we did this summer. We did a lot of cool stuff this summer. And so I wanted to highlight that, but also we'll look and see what we have coming up here in the fall and the winter. But first things first, I put together a quick little video to, again, highlight some of the stuff that we did this summer. We had a lot going on. And so just sit back. I think it's about 6 minutes. Sit back, relax, and I want y'all to just, reminisce on some of the fun that we had this summer.
changing, 'cause I built my life around you. But time makes us older, even children get older, and I'm getting older too. Oh, I'm getting older too.
All right. Could y'all see that? I did get a message that somebody couldn't see it. Was everybody able to see that? Thumbs up. If you were not able to see it, we'll make sure you get that Zoom link, the YouTube link out. It'll be available shortly after this so that you can go check it out. So first up, we're going to talk about our 4-H Cloverbud camp. And so just a quick backdrop for 4-H, the Cloverbud. So this is our ages 5 to 7 group. And so first up, we have, I believe, Trenton. Trenton Cole, are you available? Are you up, ready to roll? If you can hear me. All right, Trenton, this your moment. All right. So Trenton was one of the Cloverbud campers this summer. I think he had a great time. There's a cool picture that we took of him. And so Trenton, I got a couple questions for you. You ready? All right. So if my co-host, if y'all can spotlight him, it may look different on my screen, but as long as y'all can see him. But Trenton, tell me, what was your favorite part about Cloverbud camp this summer?
Talking about our activities.
Was there an activity in particular that you really like doing?
Visiting the butterflies.
The butterfly farm. Okay, that was a lot of fun. Tell me one thing that you learned doing Cloverbud Camp.
Mm, what did you know?
Was there anything that you learned about the butterflies?
Oh yeah, that they don't make a cocoon. They make nickels.
Yep, that's it. We learned a lot of cool stuff about butterflies. So butterflies, they transform in a cocoon. I think they taste with their feet, something like that. But again, Cloverbud Camp was really cool. This, like I said, this is the ages 5 to 7, and you have to be five as of January 1. If you know anybody in that age group that maybe wants to be a part of that next year, definitely come check us out. So next up, we're going to talk, like I said, this is going to be rapid fire. We're going to talk about our junior 4-H summer camp. So had a lot of fun with this group. This group is ages 8 to 12, and I believe we have Alex on will be talking with us. So here's a picture of Alex at the treehouse where we were. Let's see, we did a ropes course. So Alex, talk to us, man. What was your favorite part about 4-H camp?
My favorite part was all the trips that we went on and the fun activities that we did.
Which trip was your favorite?
I think it was the climbing. Yeah, in that picture.
The ropes course?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that one was some work. I think I sweated a whole lot during the ropes
It was
course.
fun.
It was fun. It was fun. Did you make it all the way through?
Yes, sir.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Is there anything that you learned? Give me something that you learned during the 4-H, the junior summer camp.
I learned all the types of bees that one time when we went to the bee farm.
Yeah. Good stuff. Appreciate you, Alex.
Yes, sir.
All right, moving on. So next up, we're going to talk a little bit about our 4-H teams. And so, as you can see, we had the tall people in the back are our teams. To be a team volunteer, you must be at least 13. And it's really just a great way to maybe potentially earn community service. It's a way for you to, maybe to intern. You can also share your skills and your knowledge with somebody that's younger than you. And so we had 4 team volunteers this year. From left to right, you'll see Zoe, CJ, Ainsley, and Ethan. And so I know, again, not everybody was able to be on tonight. CJ, are you on tonight?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir, I am.
We got the one and only CJ. All right. So CJ, tell us what grade you're in and what school you go to.
I'm in 11th grade and I go to Anson High School.
All right. CJ and all of the team volunteers were a great help this summer. We typically will have 20 to 25 campers per camp session. And so it's always good to have some extra hands. But CJ, tell me, why did you want to be, because you volunteered last year. So tell me, why did you want to volunteer this year?
The experience I had last year was pretty fun. And I wanted to come back another year to get the same experience, and I did. It was good connecting with the kids and going out, seeing all the different stuff. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. Now, I know that the young people are there pretty much to learn from you, but is there anything that you learned while working with the young people?
Patience, definitely. Just patience. That's all it was, really.
Yeah, that's probably number one, learning patience. Yeah, so thank you, CJ. But again, maybe again, if you want to be able to volunteer and be able to get those community service hours, I know as you get towards those junior and that senior year, you're going to need those. And so if that's something that you're interested in, definitely reach out to us. Zoe. I think I saw Zoe. This was her first year volunteering. as a teen summer camp volunteer. Zoe, tell us, why did you want to volunteer for summer camp?
I wanted to volunteer because I like going to camp, and I wanted to watch over the kids and see what that experience was like, and it looked good on my resume in the future.
That's what I'm talking about. Resume. I love it. I love it. Yeah. So Zoe was fresh out of the junior camp. So this was her first year not being able to do junior camp. So she was old enough and she hopped right on in as our teen summer camp. So we appreciate her. So Zoe, what's something that you learned working with a younger age group?
Something I've learned. Hold on. CJ stole my answer.
You can use that one, patience, because I learned patience working with the Clover Buds. So I think that's a pretty universal one. So yeah, but yeah, Zoe and Ethan. I think we had one more. So here was Ainsley. I don't think Ainsley could be on tonight, but she was our other teen volunteer. And of course, we had CJ. Look at that smile. And then we had Ethan, who couldn't be here today. He's at a soccer game. And Ethan has been volunteering for the last, I'm going to say at least 3 years, maybe 4 years. And so he's a veteran. And this was a quote that I took from him. He said, "My favorite part of volunteering for camp was teaching the kids new things while also learning new things myself." And so those were our teen volunteers. All right. We're going to keep you on the hot seat, Zoe. So Zoe was our only person that went to Electric Congress this year. We typically will have at least two, but she went solo this year. And so just to tell you a little bit about Electric Congress. So Electric Congress was in UNC Wilmington. It was at UNC Wilmington this past summer. Electric Congress it's an event where the recipient is awarded an all expense paid trip. Delegates, they take hands-on educational activities. They explore career opportunities in the energy industry. They get to hang out with other fellow winners. And this year they got to go to the water park, if I remember correctly. So Zoe, you are our only person that went to 4-H Electric Congress this year. Tell us a little bit about Electric Congress. What's something that you like most about it?
My favorite part of Electric Congress was we went on a little cruise and we had dinner on the cruise. I can't remember how far out we went, but it was a nice experience being out on the water, fellowship and having a nice time. Yeah.
Yeah, so Electric Congress, I hear a lot of good. I've never been to Electric Congress, but I hear great things about that event. So Electric Congress is open to anybody, right? The only requirement to do Electric Congress is, I believe, you have to do an electric project. And so with that in mind, Zoe, who do you think would like to go on a trip like this? Who would you recommend going, qualifying, doing whatever it takes to be able to go on this type of event?
Anybody who wants to learn more about electricity, engineering, power, stuff like that, it would be a good experience for them because that's the main things you focus on when you're down there.
Yep. All right. Thank you so much, Zoe. Moving on to 4-H Congress. So 4-H Congress is the premier 4-H event of the summer. It's a 4-day statewide event for youth ages 13 to 18. It's hosted on NC State's campus in Raleigh. The experience is packed with leadership opportunities, learning, service, and of course, a lot of fun. This year we had 5 delegates. We had Andrew, Zoe, Jazaria, Ethan, and Zaylin. And I want to, for those who are on tonight, I just want to give y'all a moment just to kind of talk about, what did you like most about Congress for our new people? Zoe and Zaylin, we'll start with y'all. So this was y'all's first time going to 4-H Congress. What was the experience like? What was the one thing that you liked? What was the one thing that you remember the most your first time going to Congress?
The thing, you want to go first, Zaylin?
Yeah, I'll go ahead first.
All right.
What I saw was the amount of 4-Hers throughout the entire state of North Carolina and how friendly they were towards others.
Yep. Zoe?
What I remember most is probably the amount of people, the dance we had, the dinner, stuff like that.
Yep. Yep. 4-H Congress is it's like I said, it's a lot of, it's a jam-packed week. Like I said, really for those who just like want to get away from home, it's a perfect opportunity, but they do learn a lot. We get to, like they said, get to meet some new people. There were hundreds of 4-Hers across the state. There's some downtime to kind of explore Raleigh and do some fun stuff there. But for Andrew and Jazara, this is not y'all's first year going. Andrew may have been, I think this may be your either third, maybe fourth time going. But Andrew and Jazara, y'all talk to me. Tell me, why did y'all want to come back to Congress?
All right, I'll go first. The reason I want to go back to Congress is to see the people that I've seen from the previous years, and this and go to the dances and vote for the state officers.
Yep.
The reason why I like going to Congress is because like the different workshops that we had, especially when we got to go to Habitat for Humanity and start working on houses and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. And also to meet old friends that you develop over the time and over the years at different gatherings at 4-H. Like Kylie, oh my God, I love that girl so much. And I think she's on here. So just being able to make new friends was very, very exciting.
Yeah. So Congress, again, it's the premier 4-H event of the summer. That's the one most of everybody wants to sign up and go for. But a fun time. I don't think they get much sleep. They come home tired, but it's always a good time. And so moving on, nice picture that they took. We want to talk about our 4-H senior camp, which was a combination of the Wadesboro work program. And so this summer, we were able to actually partner with the town of Wadesboro, and they work with 9 youth. As part of the program, the participants, they also were able to be a part of our senior 4-H camp, which is something I haven't done in a while. We did a financial literacy course, I guess you could call it, training/simulation, where they got to gain valuable skills in financial literacy. They learned about career pathways, income, payroll deductions. Since they were making money, we wanted to make sure they understood the ins and outs. And so, at the very last day of that, the training, they got to participate in a real world simulation. I think it stressed some of them out, but they got to see what it's like to spend money in the real world and have bills and have to pay insurance and all that good stuff that comes with being an adult. So I don't think it's a camp unless you sweat a little bit. And so we did get to go to the U.S. National Whitewater Center, where they were able to raft, zip line. Anson County is it's no secret that Anson County is a tier 1 county, and there are a lot of areas and challenges and things that we can improve in. So our goal is to help these young people to be better prepared for the workforce, for college, or whatever it is they want to be able to take on as adults. But I think tonight we have, we got Mackenzie, we have Kennedy, and I think Zaylin also. So it doesn't matter who goes first. I want to hear from you guys. What was something that you all learned from the 4-H camp?
I learned the importance of managing my money responsibly. Through the Real Money, Real World simulation, we were challenged to budget for ourselves, a spouse, and 2 kids, all while still trying to save for emergencies. It showed me that life isn't cheap and that being smart with your money is very crucial.
That's a great answer. That was Kennedy. Mackenzie, what you got? Or if not Mackenzie, if you try to say something, Mackenzie, we can't hear you. Zaylin, did you have anything that you wanted to add? Anything that you learned while at the camp?
What I learned was how to manage money the right way and spend it on necessities that we needed for that experiment.
Who had money left over at the end? Was there anybody that actually had money left over?
I did.
You had, how much did you have? Like, was it a good amount left?
Yeah, I had a pretty good amount. I think I budgeted pretty well.
Do you remember what kind of job you had, like your occupation?
I believe I was a digital marketer.
Okay, so you were probably making decent money. Okay.
Yeah.
How about you, Zaylen? Did you have any money left over?
Yeah, I did.
You did. I know we had to get a little side hustle there for a little bit to make ends eat, to make the ends meet. But I think you got through it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mackenzie, we want to give you a chance to. I saw where you just hopped on, but during the simulation, they had an occupation, they had a degree level. Some of them had as high as a master's, a PhD, doctorate. Some of them didn't have any education, and so based on those parameters, they were given a certain budget that they had to spend money, and it was very in depth. They had to clothes, cars, insurance, food, and then they had a spouse named Chris, but I guess Chris wasn't helping much, and so they were the breadwinner. But Mackenzie, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Had technical difficulties. That's on me.
You're right. Tell me about your experience for the senior 4-H camp. What was something that you learned?
Well, for starters, you already said it before me. Chris is not worth nothing. But in all seriousness, I really learned how to divide my money up. Like I learned that in adulthood, you gotta make those type of sacrifices. Like you can't always have the finer things in life. Like I learned you might need to spend like this much towards transportation, this much in housing, this, that, and the third. Like you got to really divide it up if you want to make it.
Yep. Like I said, I think a lot of kids that kind of hit them and made them, really think about, wow, maybe I'll be more considerate of my parents when I ask them for something, for that Xbox or that new pair of shoes. So good stuff, y'all. And of course, this was them at the whitewater rafting. I think a lot of them, I was not prepared for the amount of water that was going to be in the boat. And so I don't think they were either, but it was fun. I think nobody fell out. So it was a good time. All right, next up. So we're going to talk about the livestock shows. So over the years, I've learned a lot about livestock, y'all. That's not my background. I didn't know much about it. But over the last few years, I have come to know the difference between Brahman and Continental, right? So livestock is very important to here in Anson County and really across the United States. And so just some pointers for you. So cattle production is the nation's leading agriculture industry, contributing hundreds of billions of dollars every year. That's billions, right? And so a lot of what I've learned personally has come from helping out at the livestock shows and watching Maddie and her brother EB do their thing in the circuit that they do annually. And so Maddie and her brother, they've traveled all over the country showing livestock. And, I'm really excited to see how they continue supporting and to continue to strengthen the beef industry and the work that they're doing. Maddie, she's a senior coming up this year. And again, livestock agriculture is very important because we all got to eat. And so, Maddie, is EB on tonight or is it just you?
He is on.
Okay, what's up, EB? EB, real quick, if you can, what's going on in this picture right here? Tell me what's going on. Can you hear me?
We can't see the picture, Sam.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there we go.
Tell me, EB, what's going on?
I'm helping one of my mom's friends' little boy show cows or show a cow.
These are what we call your peewees, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I remember when EB was probably about that size, and now he's helping to pull around. Maddie, now? I was hearing the side conversation here. Maddie, tell me what was going on in this picture.
So in this picture, the little girl that's standing behind me, her name's Sadie, and she's actually showing one of my cows that I raised, and we were giving EB a little bit of a fit because he got beat by Sadie.
Yep. I thought that was hilarious, but he was a good sport though. Maddie, like I said, you're a senior this year, and I've seen you do this for a few years now, gotten really good at it. And, I'm sure you're starting to talk about school and careers and things like that. We talked a little bit about it today. Why is it so important for you, even as a female, to be involved in livestock shows and this sort of event?
So, currently, I was just telling Sam about this a little while ago, but women in agriculture has grown exponentially over the past couple of years. And I feel like being involved in showing has taught me a lot of responsibility and dedication. I mean, I get up every morning and I feed cows, and before I go to bed every night, I feed cows. I wash them every day. You know, taking care of something other than yourself, even if it's a dog or a cat, is extremely hard. And, you know, that shows determination and dedication to whatever you're doing.
Yep. And, you know, we also talked about how the age of farmers is getting older. And so eventually the farmers are going to retire, and there's going to be a need for young people to step in and to be able to keep things going. And so what kind of career are you thinking about in the next 5 to 10 years?
So I'm a senior in high school, and this fall I plan to apply to a couple of agriculture colleges. My plan right now is to go to vet school, and then after vet school, I want to be an embryologist. And I tell everybody, to sum it up in small words, it's basically IVF in humans, but in cows. So I'll be working with embryos and basically trying to create a baby calf, but in a petri dish.
Interesting stuff. So cool. Thank y'all. Like I said, I didn't know a lot about the livestock and how important they were, but I have learned a lot. Like I said, working with these two young people. So thank y'all. Oh yeah, she won. You were the grand champion at the Anson Stanley circuit, right? Did I say that right?
Yes, sir.
Good stuff. All right. Thank you, Maddie EB.
Thank you.
All right. Next up, we're going to talk briefly about Youth Voice. So Ethan is not on for this, but
Thank you, Sam.
No problem. Is that Nicole? Thank you. So Youth Voice is annually. Again, Ethan was not able to be on, but he was able to represent Anson County down in, I think it was Greenville this year. And so it was back in August. He traveled down to the conference. He was able to attend some workshops. He got to spend time with, you know, the Anson County commissioners. He got a chance to learn about local government. And, you know, he really just got to see how commissioners think when they budget and when they plan and you know, basically run the county. And so for Ethan, he ended up he had 2 assignments. So his assignment was to get on the agenda at a commissioners meeting, and then he had to get a picture. So real quickly, so this is that picture that he took, and this was his speech that he did, really short and sweet.
Again, thank you.
But I think it's worth sharing because commissioners basically make all the decisions for your county. And so if you want to see changes or you want to be involved and want to see certain things in your county, this is where it starts. And so most people are not even aware of when a commissioner meeting is. And so to have Ethan to be a part of that was very big for him. And hopefully that's something that we all can learn.
And again, welcome to Anson County. Welcome to South Piedmont.
Thank you.
All right. Up next, we have Ethan Dillon and Sam Cole from the Anson County 4-H.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
I'm going to give a quick introduction and we'll let Ethan make his remarks. But it's that time of year again. I believe this is our 4th consecutive young person representing Anson County 4-H to go down to the Youth Voice, the NCACC, North Carolina Association County Commissioners Conference. And so I'm very excited. It is a chance for our young people to learn about local government, civic engagement. They'll do workshops and they'll get time to spend with our commissioners. So Ethan, he has 2 assignments. So He got on the agenda. He's getting ready to speak, and then he'll need to take a picture. So at the very end, if we don't mind, if y'all can kind of group here in the middle, and we'll get a good picture, everybody.
All right.
Hello, my name is Ethan Dillon. I go to Anson County Early College. I have attended 4-H for 4 years. I was a volunteer that helped with the kids. Throughout the years that I volunteered there, I noticed that, because my mother volunteered me to be there, I didn't know until she told me last minute. I was like, no, I don't want to go. And when I went, and after I did all of it, I had realized that I kind of wanted to do it again. My second year, I realized that these kids were having fun. I was having fun. I learned a few things, and in my third year, I realized that 4-H doesn't just teach you stuff, it changes you to become a better person for other people and for your community. This was my 4th year this summer, and I realized that I want to help out in 4-H in whatever way I can, and that I want to help Sam and what he's doing and help these kids grow up and learn to be better people themselves.
All right. Sounds like sometimes mamas knows best, right? Well, it's a pleasure meeting you, and look forward to seeing you in Pitt County at our convention. So thank you. And do you need anything from us other than a picture, Sam? Okay. So we're still working on getting.
All right. So great job, Ethan. Like I said, he did an awesome job at doing this presentation during the commissioners meeting. And this may be the only time you actually see commissioners together smiling. So if nothing else, that was a win. All right. So next up, we are going to talk about the Kids Expo. So usually I miss the Kids Expo because of the livestock show, but this year they had some changes, and so I was able to make it. And the Kids Expo was led and basically spearheaded by Mrs. Sandy Cox at the Chamber. She's the CEO and president there. And this event basically gives K through 12 students a chance to create, market, and sell their own products or services all on their own. It's a great way for kids to practice real world skills like math, communication, and problem solving while learning what it takes to run a business. So tonight we're going to hear from some of our 4-Hers who participated, as well as Miss Sandy Cox, who, like I said, helped to spearhead this event. So Zaria, Kinley, and Noel, y'all are up, and we can start with Zaria. Zaria, can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, Zaria. So we all want to know. Well, first of all, what are you selling here? What did you sell?
I was selling my bracelets, my necklace, my earrings, and charm bracelets.
Yeah, so Zaria, I've been watching Zaria do these for Creative Talent, and I was like, you got to do the Kids Expo. So I'm glad you're able to be a part this year. Now, you don't have to tell us how much, right? Unless you want to. But did you make any money?
Yes.
Good. All right, so tell me, what is something that you learned while participating in the Kids Expo?
I didn't want to do it at first, but I learned that me putting out my business and selling more stuff, I make a lot of money, and it has me to make different things. And instead of just making one set of things, I can make more and sets for more people to wear.
That's awesome. Thank you, Zaria. You did great.
Thank you.
All right, Kinley Cole. So Kinley Cole was also present at the Kids Expo. Can you hear me, Kinley?
Yeah.
All right, Kinley. So tell me, what were you selling at the Kids Expo?
Catapults, slime, and books.
All right. So again, you don't have to say how much unless you want to, but did you make any money?
Yes.
All right, good. Now tell me, what is something that you learned out at the Kids Expo selling your slime and your catapults? What's something that you learned?
Well, I learned that sometimes if you sell things, you can make a little money, and if you put out something in the world, that means you can get better at it.
That's good. Good job. Thank you, Kinley. All right. Next up, we have Miss Noelle and her sister Leah. So, Noelle, can you hear me?
Yes.
I gotta say that was some good lemonade. So, and I just told what did you sell? But tell us, what were you selling at the Kids Expo, Noelle?
We're selling homemade lemonade.
Homemade lemonade. It was some good lemonade. You don't have to say how much, but did you make any money?
Yes.
Awesome. And what is something that you learned from participating in the Kids Expo?
It's really hard to do a business, but it's really fun.
I like that. Anything we're doing should be a little bit of a challenge, right? But you can make it fun. I like that. I love that.
Yes.
All right. Great job, ladies. All right. So Miss Sandy Cox. So, we want to have you have to say a lot. Like I said, it was an awesome event that you put together. Maybe just give us, I don't know, whatever you want to say about the event. The floor is yours.
Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for the invite. I'm enjoying this. Sam has invited me to one of your dinners. I don't remember which one, Sam, but last year I got to attend one of the dinners and see some of the things that you guys made. What was that, Sam, that I attended?
Probably Achievement Night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you all achieved some pretty good things that night. So just like with the Kids Expo, it was great to see all the things that you all sold. And I'm really excited to hear that you made money. And it's not all about just making money, but it is about learning how to be an entrepreneur and managing your money. I'll tell you a real quick story. One of our participants, and thank you all for being there, but one of our participants borrowed the money from her mom and dad, made her items. And then when they got home that evening, the dad was counting out the money and she said, "Wait a minute, all that's my money." And the dad said, "No, you borrowed the money." So she was really upset when I saw the child later. She did not like that she forgot that she had to pay her mom and dad back. So that's just a lesson for you guys to remember when you do borrow so that you can do the event. You do have to pay mom and dad or your aunt and uncle back. But she still did make some money. So, and with like you guys, you made some money. Some of the, I don't know if you guys stayed till the end, but what we had people going through and judging, and what our judging was the most original business idea, the highest business potential, and the best, most creative booth presentation. So I'm not sure if any of you all won any of that. And then we also made sure that we gave each one of you an award, because I like to say, if you guys have ever played sports at the Y, it's always a tie at the Y. So I like to say it's always a tie. Everybody, I think, is a winner. So anybody that participated in my book was a winner that day. So I'm really hoping that next year, if you guys participated, that you'll bring along your friends and participate again next year. We typically try to have it the last Saturday of August. I'm not sure why. That's just been the date that they have used. But we have it the last Saturday of August. We feed you lunch, which that's always fun. And really, it's just a fun day. And so when you guys are planning for next year, if you've got a little business idea that you're thinking about now, talk to Sam about it and get it going. And, by next August, you'll have some things ready to sell. And I also wanted to say, while I'm on the call, somebody on our call has a birthday this week. Does anybody want to point that person out? Does anybody know who's got a birthday this week? Raise your hand if it's your birthday this week.
You got me.
Happy birthday, Sam. So if you guys see Sam this week, make sure you wish him a happy birthday.
Sandy knows
but thank you guys
birthday.
for having me. Does anybody have any questions for me about the Kids Expo? Well, the pictures were great that you took, Sam, so I appreciate that. And I appreciate you letting us shout out the Kids Expo. And I hope to see you all again next year.
Yes, ma'am. We definitely hope to have more involved next year. It was, like I said, a great event. Thank you for putting that together and just providing the opportunity for our young people. Thank you, Sandy.
You're welcome.
All right, y'all. We trying to keep time here. Time is flying. So next up, if y'all are on, just let me know. Megan with the education navigators for SPCC. Are you guys on?
Sam.
Okay.
Hey, Sam.
Quick shout out. So apparently SPCC has a mascot. Woo woo.
Right? Yeah. Go
Gators.
the alligator.
Yeah, so fun stuff. So we have Maggie and Megan, who are education navigators at South Piedmont, and the floor is y'all's. Y'all share whatever, what all that you all do, and what resources and how you can help and support us.
Yeah. So first of all, it's been really cool just kind of seeing and learning more about the 4-H program. You guys are booked and busy. I mean, it's just really impressive seeing the work you guys have done. So what SPCC is really great at is we have a ton of resources, not just for college age students, but also for the youth, for potentially students who are still in high school. For instance, we have a career and college promise program where you can gain college credit while still in high school. And that program, the tuition is waived. So we have a ton of really great options that we want to speak to you guys about tonight that we feel are important to share. Some of those options also include just career services in general, and also our More Than a Job NC program. So I'm going to hand it over to Megan, and she's going to let you guys know a little bit more about that.
Hey guys, I'm Megan Richardson. I work at South Piedmont in the Career Connector Center. And thank you, Maggie, for the intro. And thank you, Sam, for having us on this evening. The 4-H program is incredible. This is my first time really getting to learn about it. And you guys, like Maggie said, are busy. There's so much going on. But at South Piedmont, what the Career Connector Center really does is we are able to help you with everything careers A to Z. And that really starts with that career exploration and planning. We help you take assessments. We ask you questions. We do one-on-one services, and we really focus on you. That can morph into gaining education, whether it be something that morphs into moving on to a 4-year degree. And you can do that with the transfer pathway as well, where you can get guaranteed admission into 4-year universities. And then we also have things like trades as well, welding, HVAC. There are so many possibilities. And we also have a new agricultural business certification that is coming out as well. This is brand new to us because I saw the livestock. It's really exciting. It's really exciting because it starts when you're young. It's never too early. It's never too late. And the community college works for you. And then one of the other things that we do is we help get you prepared for when it's time to enter the workforce. So with that, it's helping you write a resume, a cover letter. How are you gonna answer questions in an interview? We go through all of that with all of the resume and cover letter crafting, and then with the interview preparation. But we have a program here at South Piedmont Community College that is called the More Than a Job program. And it is for anyone who is on food stamps. And with this program, it provides extra services to those who are on food stamps. All you have to do is be 16 years or older and be on a food stamp plan, whether that be for yourself or for your family. Those are the only requirements. And we are case managers, which means that, we sit with you from the very beginning of the process and walk you through every step of the way. Check in with you, and then also, let you know about all of these different possibilities that you may have thought were out of reach. And it is super exciting. I hope that everybody checks out the possibilities that are at South Piedmont Community College, because I'm actually an alumni, and they really helped me when I really had no idea what I was doing. As a young person, I didn't know what my pathway was, and SPCC helped me. And they got me to where I am today, which means I can come back and help everybody else. So it's an amazing program. Please come and check us out. Thank you. I'll pass it back to Maggie.
Yeah. So again, what we kind of want everybody to kind of take away from this is we are the community's college, right? So even if you aren't intending to enroll in any sort of continuing education or any sort of education program, you can still come and see us. We serve the community as a whole. All you have to do is just walk in, text us, call us. If you've never written a resume before, if you have no idea to start with career exploration, that's what we're here for. We are just another free available resource to the community. And we just want you guys to utilize all the resources at your disposal, because we are ultimately here to help you, and we're ultimately here to help you achieve just all the success that you could possibly ever want. So thank you guys so much for listening, and thank you so much, Sam, for having us. We really appreciate you giving us the floor.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Megan. We appreciate it. South Piedmont is an incredible resource. Please take advantage of everything they have to offer. All right. Thank you all. All righty. Quick shout out to my volunteers. I could not go through a whole 4-H presentation slide without at least mentioning my lovely, wonderful, amazing 4-H adult volunteer leaders. Parents and adults. Anson County, I could not do half of what I do without good volunteers. And so we're always in need of great volunteers. Volunteers are the heartbeat of our program, and we're always looking for new leaders to join our team. Whether you have a few hours or want to lead a club, there's a role for you to make an impact. And so, step up, get involved, and help us grow the next generation of leaders. I don't want to name everybody because I might miss somebody, but I am going to shout out Miss Betty Gears, who I believe is at 43 years as a volunteer leader. Is that correct? She will correct me. Correct me if I'm wrong, Miss Betty, but
that's right.
43 years of just knowledge and just knows everything about 4-H, and she helps keep me in line. So again, we do have opportunities for adults and parents who want to be involved in 4-H. There's something for everybody. So like I said, I want to give a quick shout out to my volunteers. Next up, very quickly, because time is just flying by. So recognition, I'm going to give out 2 awards tonight. These are going to be our most active 4-H award. And so there are two people, and this first person participated. These were, I don't have any particular requirements. We typically would do a formal recognition at the beginning of the year when we have our 4-H achievement night, but we had so much going on this summer, I did want to take some time and recognize 2. And so this 4-H'er participated in a senior 4-H camp. He was a 4-H team volunteer. He attended 4-H Congress for the first time, and represented Anson County 4-H Ed Youth Voice. Anybody know who that is? Anybody want to guess?
Ethan.
Drum roll.
Ethan.
It was Ethan. Ethan was active this summer. Yeah, Ethan, we spent a lot of time together. Like I said, he did Youth Voice. He was a team volunteer. He was very heavily involved, was a huge help this summer. And so we wanted to recognize Ethan, even though he was not on tonight. Now, our next 4-H'er, this person right here. So this 4-H'er also participated in the senior 4-H camp, was a 4-H team volunteer, attended Congress also for the first time, represented Anson County at Electric Congress, placed bronze for their science and technology project record. I still got to get that to you. And this youth also placed first at District Activity Day, and she went on to compete at state presentations. Anybody know who this 4-H'er is?
Zoe.
It gotta be Zoe.
It's Zoe Martin. Another very active 4-H'er this summer. Just did everything. So like I said, we normally will do a typical, a more formal recognition in February at our achievement night, but I did want to recognize these 2 4-H'ers for just doing everything this summer. And so to show my appreciation, all right, I'm gonna give y'all just send me your size, Zoe, and whichever one of these you want. You ain't getting both, but you can pick one and let me know which one you want, and I got y'all. Okay, so that's gonna be y'all's I guess your reward for being so active this summer. Sound like a plan? All right. So again, time is flying. Where are we in the program? So now we are on. So we're going to talk about upcoming events. So this will be the last part of this. Again, we want to talk about what we've done this summer, but now we're going to kind of shift gears and talk a little bit about what's going to be coming up in the fall and in the winter. So upcoming next week, September 15th through the 20th, we have our Ag Expo and Fair. This is an extension event on Thursday, September 18th. If you want to put an entry in, the deadline is going to be next Thursday at 7 p.m. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. The actual registration is going to be next Thursday at from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. It'll be at the extension office. You can come in, you can bring your fair book, and you can actually register whatever you're gonna put into the fair. Come by, get your book so you can know all of the different categories. They have tons and tons of categories, something for everybody. Foods, memorandums, art and craft and pictures, all kinds of things that you can put. And so I expect many of you to put in those entries. On Friday, September the 19th, they'll have the fair judging at 10 a.m. This is going to be closed to the public. This is where the judges come in and actually judge. And then on Saturday, September the 20th, the fair will be open for viewing from 12 noon to 2 p.m. And this is where you come pick up your fair entries and your premiums. Premiums, aka your money for whatever you want. And so if you have any questions, come down to the extension office. Like I said, they have these fair books that you can grab and see what are the different categories. All right, so another upcoming event we have is Anson County. We're putting together a teen council, and we're going to have our October interest meeting. We have a treat tonight. We have the South Central District officers, the majority, not all of them, but the majority of them. I was actually the district advisor. I cycled off this year, so I won't get to work with this group, but I know they're going to do amazing putting together the district events and all that good stuff. And so I think we have Kylie, who is the South Central District president. We have Addison, our South Central District secretary / treasurer, Itera, member engagement, and David, reporter. So here, I'm going to give y'all the floor. Tell me a little bit about why you all feel like teen councils are important, and maybe why someone would want to be a part of that.
I'll go first. Hi guys, as Sam said, my name is Kylie Green and I'm the South Central District President. First of all, I would like to say I love you too, Jazaria. She said that earlier, and happy birthday, Sam. But I love Teen Council. I've been in Teen Council for 2 years now. This year I am my county's Teen Council Secretary Treasurer. But with Teen Council, we do a ton of community service and planning. We plan pretty much all of the events that our county holds, from Achievement Night to the Livestock Expo. We help plan it, we help run it. We've also set up booths at local festivals and fairs. We built a free little library. And so it's a lot of hands-on, which is part of why I love it. But I feel like if you're into planning, community service, civic engagement, then it is definitely a club that you should join. And I'll pass it over to my other officers.
Thank you, Kylie.
All right, I guess I'll go next. So hello, everyone. My name is Addison Tenard. I am the 2025-2026 Secretary Treasurer for the South Central District, and I am from Lee County. So our version of Teen Council, I would say, is called Clover Council. Same concept. We plan a lot of the events for our county's 4-H delegation. So I know some of the events we did in the past. We have done the fair previously, a lot of fair booths. I know recently, to start as a beginning of the summer welcome kind of thing, we did a lock-in, which was really fun. We played a lot of music. We did line dances. We did not go to sleep, by the way. So lock-ins are always very fun. We do a lot of county outings as well. I know sometime in the spring next year, we're going to go to the zoo. So I'm very excited about that. And yeah, we just try to find ways to engage not only with our current members of 4-H, but also get the word out about 4-H in the community and how beneficial it is. Because I can see with y'all here at Anson County, I know your agent has a lot of good things planned for y'all. So Teen Council, I highly recommend doing. And I think you'll benefit from that, 4-H, and just anything in general. So definitely something you should consider.
Thank you, Addison.
Hello, I'm David Croyle. I'm your 2025-2026 South Central District reporter. And first of all, what they said. Second of all, happy birthday, Sam. And I'm not actually sure what to say, but
Well, can I pause you for a minute, David? So David is if I had known prior to like the day that you were going to be on, I would have pulled a certain video of this young celebrity here from Congress. He who participated in entertains. I bet he's a local celebrity. It's out there somewhere, but he has quite the performance. And if you get a chance, maybe on Rowan County 4-H's page, you may be able to find it. Does that sound about right, David?
Yeah, I have something on my wall that represents it. If you can see it.
Yeah, if you can find it and drop it in the chat, I think that'd be cool for.
And the very skinny pop bag I used in that Talent Act 2 is right there. I saved it.
Yeah.
I ate the popcorn aside, but I saved the bag.
Yeah. So David put on a showstopper at Congress for his, was it microwave popcorn, I believe it's called.
Yep.
Good stuff. So thank you, David. Is Tara on?
I don't think she is.
I haven't seen her. She probably got caught up with college stuff.
Okay. No worries. I appreciate you guys.
She is very busy with college. Like when I tell you if she would be on here, she could, but she is very busy. She's in band and everything up there at Gardner Webb. So.
That sound familiar, right? Y'all are some busy folks. So I appreciate y'all hopping on again. Teen councils are really cool. We had a teen council prior to me starting. And so I felt just working with the district officers and how much they were doing, I'm like, yeah, my county can do this stuff. And so, it's all about gaining leadership, having a say in the type of programs. I would love to get feedback from you guys. Zoe, who has been around for a little bit, she told me, she's like, Sam, I'm tired of doing farm visits. And so, 4-H is more than ag, and so just getting feedback and hearing from a teen council will help me to actually give programs that y'all will want to be a part of and participate in. And so I'm excited about what we'll pull off. And like I said, you need to at least be 13. So we'll be 13 to 18. We're going to have that interest meeting during National 4-H Week, which will be in October. I will encourage everybody to come out to that meeting. Even if you're not old enough, you can kind of learn about it so that when you are old enough, you'll be ready for it. And we'll figure out, those meeting dates and stuff based on the schedule of whoever's going to be on the teen council. So, again, excited about that. And thank you, South Central District, for being on tonight and showing your face. Like I said, I know y'all are going to plan some awesome, amazing events, winter enrichment, team retreat, and all those things coming up. So, good luck to you guys. All right. Speaking of National 4-H Week, so that is going to be coming up on October 5th to the 11th. And this is basically just a time to highlight 4-H programs, recruit new members, because we all know 4-H is better when your friends are involved, right? These are my plans so far. I know that on that Monday, so if you have your calendar, go ahead and put this in there. On that Monday, the 6th, we're going to have Wear Green. And so you're going to wear green to school or around. And we're also going to have a 4-H social and teen council interest meeting. So we'll probably have like some pizza and we'll go through and talk about the teen council and the different roles and all of that good stuff. So, and then Tuesday, I'm planning on attending a commissioners meeting where we will do the National 4-H Week proclamation, right? And so that's going to be on a Tuesday. And again, we may end up adding more events to the week, but for now, I think those are going to be the main two. And so I'm looking forward to that coming up in October. Favorite foods will be coming up in November. And so last year was our first year doing favorite foods. This is basically a competition, and not just for kids, but adults can be involved also. There we'll have judges. They'll get to make a dish in a variety of different categories. So if you enjoy cooking, this is something that's going to be definitely for you. After the judging and all that, we'll come together and we'll actually eat what everybody made. The food last year was really good. It was delicious. Some of y'all really put your foot in it. And so afterwards, if anybody wants to stick around and hang out and watch a Christmas movie, that'll be something that we'll do at the end. And so be on the lookout for that. Those are our judges. Coming up in Christmas, we typically do a Christmas workshop, and it's going to be, I haven't don't have a firm date yet, but it'll be around the time school gets out for Christmas, and it'll typically run from 1:30 to 3:30. And we'll get together, we'll do some crafts, some Christmas games, have a lot of fun. Just be really festive. But it's also going to be a good time if you want to volunteer for my teen volunteers. This will be a chance for you to come in, teen volunteers to jump in, help out, earn some community service. And so as we get closer to that day, I will let you guys know. Very briefly, we're going to talk about scholarships. So the cool thing about 4-H is they do offer scholarships. So if you are a senior coming up, you definitely want to pay attention. I won't go through everything, but I will show you briefly. Last year, this is the academic scholarship guideline that they send out for 2024. They haven't sent out the 2025 year guidelines yet, and so they basically will tell you all of the scholarships that you can apply for, and it will tell you what they require and all that good stuff. They have a ton of scholarships, and so whenever this comes out, I definitely will make sure that you all have it and can kind of go through and see which scholarships you want to apply for. But again, these are typically due. Scholarships are usually due in February, and I'm sure I'll get some type of update here in the fall to send out to the seniors. And that way they'll be ready to be awarded in the spring as you get ready for college. And so just another benefit of being involved in 4-H. All right. So in closing, you may ask, like, how can I get involved in 4-H? What do I need to do to be able to do and take advantage of all the different opportunities they provide? So the very first thing you want to do is actually go enroll in 4-H Online. It doesn't cost anything. I'd say it takes about 10 to 15 minutes to do it the very first time, because they're going to ask, a lot of information. And really what this 4-H Online is, it helps us. It's where we keep all of the data for 4-Hers to, your medical release stuff, travel authorizations, all of that stuff that helps us to keep your 4-Hers safe. And so you want to take some time and go ahead and enroll in 4-H Online. Like I said, if it's the first time, it takes longer because you just have more that you have to fill out. That second time, it's just going to repopulate, and you're just going to basically update. And so it won't take quite as long that next time. And so, like I said, it takes about 10, 15 minutes. And, I always tell people to go ahead and enroll in 4-H Online early, because there are some perks that I personally will allow. For example, when it's time for camp, I typically will allow people who are already in 4-H Online to go ahead and register a week prior to the general public. And so that's one of the perks that I offer. Just a quick note, every December, 4-H Online shuts down for reporting and maintenance, which means that everybody gets kicked out of the system. And usually by January, that first week in January, you can actually go back in and re-enroll. And so just remember, re-enrollment is required every year. If you're re-enrolling, like I said, instead of signing up for the first time, like I said, that process is much quicker the second time around. So I'll share more details about this in January 2026, where we will do we'll call it a 4-H Online enrollment campaign. And basically we'll kick off the new year. During this event, we'll have a date where you can come in and get help to enroll in 4-H Online. And we'll also recognize the first person who actually gets enrolled, who submits their online enrollment. And so real quickly, I think this year, 2024, the very first person that submitted their online enrollment was Shamari Dumas. He submitted on January 11th, 2025. And so Shamari, I don't know if he's on, but we have some gear that we're going to get to you for being the very first person in 2024 for enrolling in 4-H Online. So we'll give him a shirt and some socks. If you're on, I don't know if is Shamari on? Yeah, if he's not on, we'll find him and make sure he gets that. So if you're not already, go follow us on Facebook. We put regular updates on there just to keep everybody up to date on everything. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me. Here's my email, my cell phone number.